to all staff, including board members, is we have to be aware of the students that we're teaching and look for those signs because they are there. And because of a teacher who recognized those signs, was able to help them, and now he is helping others. So it was really a wonderful thing to attend and to be a part of. And just on a side note, our former superintendent, Mr. Almendarez, and his assistant superintendent of Ed Services did a presentation on the voices of our students. And he said it was like old home week because half the room was from Santa Ana and the other half was from Colton. So I just thought, and he said, just tell everybody hello. So I wanted to say that I did do that. And my quote this evening is actually one that was said at the wellness conference. No young person can learn and thrive, much less heal, if they don't feel safe, seen, heard, and loved. So with this beginning of this new school year, let's show those kids all that love. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Harrell. Board Member Sandoval? No comments. Board Member Bertha Flores?
Okay, well, first of all, I want to thank our two unions with Christina and Anthony here in the room right now. And I appreciate your words. We hear you, and I am looking forward to a great year and keeping our communication lines open, always open. So thank you. Thank you for that. The EL Summer Institute, I was not able to make it, but I've heard very positive comments. I would like to thank Dr. Moore and Ms. Murphy for organizing this along with Dr. Peterson. I know this will pay off huge in the classrooms. We had a fair, the back to school resource fair for the from the Student Services Department. Dr. Ortiz and his staff. It was a very, very successful fair. I believe they passed out around 900 backpacks, 300 shoes, 500 boxes of food. It was really well put together. So thank you, the Student Services Department, for that. When we have functions like this, we really, we just show up and there's tables and chairs and there's, the electrical and everything. And we can't forget the time and the effort that it takes to set up events like this. So a huge thank you to the maintenance department for making sure that everything was in place. And of course, they have to get there before anybody so that everything's ready, and then they have to pick up. So thank you, maintenance department. And also, Mr. Fuentes, thank you for DJing the event. Today, I attended the Lewis Elementary backpack giveaway. Again, 760 backpacks were given. That's like, if you add 900 plus 760, that's 1,660 backpacks that our kids are carrying every day now. And they were not empty backpacks. They're, they put crayons and, paper and notebooks and books. They were packed, and they also got socks, and they got a t-shirt. So it was very, very nice to see that. So with that, I would like to welcome everyone back to the new school year, and looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Flores. Mr. Fuentes?
Thank you, Board President. Welcome back, everyone. And if you're listening online, welcome back, kids and parents, to a new school year, 23-24. Can you imagine 23-24 to say that? So welcome, everyone. Like my colleague said, we did attend some conferences. I was able to attend this morning's backpack giveaway at Lewis. It was amazing. Like Dr. Miranda said, to see the smiles, to see those kids. They're like, wow, I got socks, I got hygiene, I got toothpaste, I got another, all that stuff. So to hear them excited and ready to go for the new school year. It was just great to see. We had people from public safety out there. We had fire. They were giving away things to them, little water bottles, little bracelets, and all that stuff. But it was fun to see that, to engage that. And thank you to Joe Baca and his team and many sponsors. There was many other sponsors that sponsored these backpacks, and they're very, very nice backpacks. And they actually have a 75th anniversary stamp on them. It says Mary B. Lewis 75th anniversary, which is really cool to see. So wanted to thank them. Also want to thank all the leadership and everyone that was putting on the retreats, all the summits, the institutes. I was able to attend some of those also and be side to side with them. Like the CABE one was very interesting to see all the information. I had done the CABE training before, not in that extent, but in some way on the training that they did, which was great. So once again, welcome everyone. I'm going to reiterate everything my colleagues have said. We've had a busy summer. Let's get on going. And I think Anthony said everybody was kind of resting, chilling, maybe didn't even take a shower. I'm kidding. So it was your time. So enjoy it, have fun. And before I leave, I wanted to say thank you to Grimes Elementary. They had their back to school night last night, and it was a phenomenal one. Red carpet and everything. So, and I think Miss Haro stated this. I arrived, and the multi-purpose room, you could not sit down. It was literally shoulder to shoulder. So the amount of parents that showed up to the school night is amazing. So once again, thank you, Mrs. Servin, who's the principal out there. Thank you, and welcome back. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fuentes. Mr. Flores.
Just very briefly, want to welcome everybody back. As we've heard, it's the first day of school. It's hard to believe summer's already over, but it was a great day for us. Just speaking personally, it's always exciting. We have a tradition where my wife takes a picture of all the kids, and we walk the kids to school. This was the first time, though, in a long time that we weren't walking all three to the same school, so that was a little different and a little sad, but very exciting nonetheless. So the two little ones, yes, they're going to Rogers, but my oldest son is now a middle school student. He's a seventh grader. And the really cool thing, which I didn't realize until I'm sitting in that multipurpose room during the presentation when they had their event, I went to that school, Colton Junior High. My father went to that school. And so my son is now the third Flores little man, to go to Colton Junior High, Colton Middle School. And it just made me pause for a second and think about how cool that tradition and that history that we have throughout the district, so many generations, and the pride that we have in the community throughout the district. And just being in that room and thinking of names like Frank Acosta, Dr. Morel, who was the librarian for many, many years, to know that we're part of a tradition and we're part of a community, and it has meaning, and he's going to make his own memories certainly and enjoy it. So it's a great feeling, and I appreciate, and I do not take for granted that connection to the community means a lot to me. And I think a lot of the folks that work here, grow up here, send their kids to school here, and whether they're new in that first generation or whether they're second, third, fourth, it's something that's really special about the district. So I appreciate that, and thank you all for being a part of that.
Thank you. Board Member Ibarra.
Thank you, Joanne. I'm thinking about my summer, and I began my summer by going and watching a play called West Side Story that featured Joanne's grandson as the lead character. Excellent. It's probably one of the best West Side Story performances I've ever seen, and I've seen them all over the United States. And he's a graduate from Bloomington High School.
Yes, he is.
And I ended my summer by going to Hawaii for a week to visit my daughter, Dr. Jackie, who practices OBGYN in Kona, Hawaii, and she just bought a home there. So we had to go see. And of course, as we're going seeing, she's letting us know, oh, I could use a section, I could use this, I could use that. So we also visited the local Costco, which is only one in the area. And she's a graduate from Cone High School. the point I was trying to make is that there are many Pat's daughters. And we have Dan's children that are coming up. Yeah, Joanne's, Bertha's, Bernice's. We're all part of this community. Israel's obviously, his daughters. And being part of this community, you know, we have a lot of investment in what we do here at Cone Joint Unified School District. Some of us are already seeing what this district can do for our families. And some of us are in the process of seeing what we could offer there. Now, we've all heard the saying, I'm going to speak to the audience. And I'm speaking to the leadership here. We are the leadership. The leadership has the ultimate responsibility to lead this district, to provide the guidance, the knowledge, the communication, the support, and also the service in order for us to be functioning at the level that our superintendent want to see this district function at, as we all want to. It's a unique opportunity for each and every one of us. And one of the beautiful things about it is that every new school year, we could start anew. We take what we've learned and we move forward. We're looking to do this better, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking to provide the services so that we do not have people come to this podium and say some of the things we heard today. Because some of these things that we hear should not be happening. But then again, there's things that do occur without our knowledge, and I know that. Because we're supposed to be all assuming, we're supposed to know everything going on, which is not, that's a fallacy. I've said that for years. Not until somebody goes up to that podium. The point is that our ultimate responsibility is to our students, our staff, and they look toward each and every one of us yearly. And we really need to understand the fact that no matter what position you hold, you have an opportunity to listen. That is the most valuable thing that we could offer people, the ability to listen to what they have to say and not put it aside. So once again, we're starting a new school year. We're moving forward. We're always looking to do things better. We have a lot of faith in each and every one of you out there. We've heard you, we've seen you in action, and we know what you're capable of doing. And for me, I'll say it, I don't mind saying it. If not, you would not be here at Cone Joint Unified School District. I really believe that. You guys are the best of the best, and I don't mind, I'll say that. And you know I work for a different employer. But I've seen what you're capable of doing. So I just want to share with you how I feel. Not about me, not about the board, but about you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, and the roles that you play within this district and how important they are so that we can make this district move forward and thrive for the benefits of our children and our students. So with that being said, I just I hope everybody had a wonderful summer and look forward to working with you. Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you, Mr. Ibarra. I guess it's my turn. Um, I welcome everyone back to this new school year. It is going to be an exciting time. I will say that it hasn't been the greatest around my home this last summer. It was hard enough to leave work when I did to retire because I started not feeling well. But having to be on a scooter, I'm telling you, that is a tough thing. But my lungs won't let me do anything other than that. But this summer, my scooter lift decided to hold me hostage. And so I've been home most of the summer until I can get another scooter lift to get in my car. And thanks to those gentlemen over there and my maintenance guys, I did get home one night when it decided to die on me. I don't know what I'd have done without you that night. Thank you very much. So the reason I'm telling you that is that I have not been able to do anything other than I did go to the wellness conference. I rented a scooter down there that was ready for me when I got there. So I can drive. I just can't walk far without needing oxygen. Anyway, so I'm going to be coming to schools once I get everything in order. And it's very frustrating when you're someone like I used to be and get up, go, move, do this one, that, and then all of a sudden get put on hold, and I don't like it very much, and it's difficult. So I apologize if I haven't been to your school or even seen you or talked to you at all. I hope to do that a lot more this year once I get my freedom again. I am looking forward to working with CSEA and ACE this year. I know there's going to be some changes, and I know the DOJ is putting a lot of pressure. And like anything, change is hard, and we're going to work together with everybody. We do have great people in this district, and you see the love and the kindness. And I went to the wellness conference, and the group of people that were down there from our district, and next year we're going to have more counselors down there. But it is a really valuable place to be for kids, but it's also a valuable place for people who work together to see each other as people other than just teaching and stuff. But we're all working to do the best thing we can for our kids and our communities. And I just think that's one of the conferences that's probably one of the most well-spent money that we can, because they can give you so much information, like Mrs. Haro was saying, so that we can help identify issues that kids may have, because it's hard being a kid today. And I'm going to end with this. I didn't get to go to schools this morning. And yes, I remember when my granddaughter, who's now a teacher in this district, started school. And I got to be there with her. Even though the schedules worked out, I was able to go. Well, my great-granddaughter started first grade today, and I didn't get to go, but I got a picture before she went to school. So now I understand she had a wonderful time at school today. Thank you to Sycamore Hills, and I'm sure a lot of boys and girls in this district had a wonderful first day, because we have wonderful people who make our kids feel safe. So thank you very much. And with that, we are going to go into closed session. Thank you. Okay, we are now back in session. Item 9.1, student discipline reinstatement. There was one student readmission presented in closed session in accordance with the California Education Code 48916. An expulsion order shall remain in effect until a governing board, in a manner described in this article, orders the readmission of a pupil. The one student has been expelled from the Colton Joint Unified School District for a violation of California Ed Code 48900, 48915. The student met with an administrator in the Department of Student Services Department, excuse me, and upon review has completed the plan of rehabilitation as directed by the board and is eligible for readmission. Is there a motion to approve the readmission of the student as presented? I have a motion by Board Member Sandoval and a second by Board Member Haro to approve the readmission of the one student who met their plan of rehabilitation as directed by the board and is eligible for readmission. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nay. Abstentions? So the motion by Board Member Sandoval and second by Board Member Haro carried on a 7-0 vote. The board approved the readmission of one student who has met the plan of rehabilitation. 1046415. This is what happens when I'm running. Item 9.2, personnel public employee appointment, discipline, dismissal, release. Government Code 54957. On a motion by Board Member Dan Flores and seconded by Board Member Bertha Flores and carried on a 7-0 vote, the board approved the following. Personnel public employee appointment, Government Code 54957. Certificated regular staff 10, elementary teacher 4, math teacher 2, naval science instructor, psychologist, and STC teacher 2. Classified coaching 8, head junior varsity basketball boys, head junior varsity volleyball girls 2, head varsity volleyball girls, head varsity wrestling boys, junior varsity football assistant boys 2, varsity football assistant boys. Volunteer general 2. Item 9.3, personnel public employee appointment, discipline, dismissal, release. Government Code 54957. In closed session by a motion by Board Member Fuentes and seconded by Board Member Sandoval and carried on a 7-0 vote, the board took action to approve the resignation agreement and general release of EIN 5488. Item 9.4, personnel public employee appointment, discipline, dismissal, release. I'm sorry. 5488. Mine says 5488. This one says 88. Both of mine say 5488.
That's the correct one then.
If 5448, how do I correct that? Or we just do correct, make the correction? Do we have to do it over?
I'll just note it. Oh, yeah, just state it. You just write in there, we put in the notes.
Okay,
What's the,
you know what? At the top, it says 5448, but on the bottom that I read out says 5488. That's just a misprint. So we'll go at the original that it was, okay, 5448. Thank you for catching that. Item 9.4, Joanne? Next, okay. In closed session, the board took action to dismiss EIN 13292 effective August 3rd, 2023, and directed the superintendent or designee to send out notification to the employee regarding the board's action. The roll call vote was as follows. Ayes, Mr. Ibarra, Mr. Dan Flores, Mrs. Bertha Flores, Mr. Fuentes, Mrs. Haro, Ms. Sandoval, and Ms. Thorning Ojeda. And with that, have a good night. Meeting is adjourned.